My name is Dr. Anthony Levatino. I'm a practicing obstetrician-gynecologist, and I've performed over 1,200 abortions. Today I'm going to describe a third trimester induced abortion, which is performed at 25 weeks to term. At this point, the baby is almost fully developed and viable, meaning he or she could survive outside the womb if the mother were to go into labor prematurely. Because the baby is so large and developed, this procedure takes 3 or 4 days to complete. On day 1, the abortionist uses a large needle to inject a drug called digoxin. Digoxin is generally used to treat heart problems, but a high enough dosage of digoxin will cause fatal cardiac arrest. The abortionist inserts the needle with the digoxin through the woman's abdomen or through her vagina and into the baby, targeting either the head, torso, or heart. The baby will feel it. Babies at this stage feel pain. When the needle pierces the baby's body and the digoxin takes effect, the life of the baby will end. The abortionist then inserts multiple sticks of seaweed called laminaria into the woman's cervix. They will slowly open up the cervix for delivery of a stillborn baby. While the woman waits for the laminaria to dilate her cervix, she carries her dead baby inside of her for 2 to 3 days. On day 2, the abortionist replaces the laminaria and may perform a second ultrasound to ensure the baby is dead. If the child is still alive, he administers another lethal dose of digoxin. The woman then goes back to where she is staying while her cervix continues to dilate. If she goes into labor and is unable to make it to the clinic in time, she will give birth at home or in a hotel. In this case, she may be advised to deliver her baby into a bathroom toilet. The abortionist then comes to remove the baby and clean up. If she can make it to the clinic, she will do so during her severest contractions and deliver her dead son or daughter. If the baby does not come out whole, then the procedure becomes a D&E, a dilation and evacuation, and the abortionist uses clamps and forceps to dismember the baby piece by piece. Once the placenta and all the body parts have been removed, the abortion is complete. Late-term abortions have... Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, glory, worship, and love for Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rekah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. As you could see in that video, the devil rules the world. Esau, Edom. This is Job chapter 9 and verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If this ain't the devil, I don't know what the devil is, to dismember a baby while he's not even born and the baby can feel it. So these devils, their plan is to destroy so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the children of Israel. This is Exodus, and this is talking about when we were in Egypt, and we're in Egypt again. This is Exodus chapter 1 and verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. And that's what they're saying now. They call us minorities, that we're going to outnumber them. I'm not sure the exact year, but pretty soon we're going to outnumber them. Okay, then I'm going to go to verse 16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Okay, so that was we are in Egypt again, and I'll get that in Deuteronomy real quick since I'm right here. We're in Egypt again, and there this time only a remnant of us are going to be saved. 144,000 elect, and 1/3. The 2/3 we're going to have to see them on the other side. They're going to be destroyed on this side. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28
and verse 68. And Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. How did so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans get to America from Israel? With ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. Who is Esau? And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So no one will save you. Okay, this is the etymology for enemy: an opposing military force, an armed adversary, especially a member of an opposing military force. They are the wicked, Esau Edom, but he's really red, the devil the Bible speaks of, and we are the righteous, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Any hostile group of people, a personal enemy. Esau is our personal enemy. They were fighting in the womb. And you know what? Since this is about what they were doing to that baby, I want to get that. Genesis. This is going to be Genesis 25. Okay, right here in Genesis chapter 25 and verse 23. And Yahweh said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So you're going to have an evil twin and a righteous twin. Esau is the evil one. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the outer shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, the devil. Esau Edom is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay, so that was Jacob and Esau when they were born, and they were fighting in the womb. We are opposites. He's evil, we're righteous. The scriptures call us the saints. And so these are our enemies. Esau is the enemy of Israel, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. And here's the proof. This says, for those identifying historical figures with racist roots who should be removed from public view because of their evil histories, Esau's evil, Planned Parenthood founder Margaret Sanger must join that list. In promoting birth control, she advanced a controversial Negro project, wrote in her autobiography about speaking to a Ku Klux Klan group, and advocated for a eugenics approach to breeding for the gradual suppression, elimination, and eventual extinction of defective stock, those human weeds which threaten the blooming of the finest flowers of American civilization. So their plan is to extinct us, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But guess what? Yahweh Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai, has a plan for Esau. And guess what's going to happen to him? Right here in Obadiah. See, whatever he tries to do to us, Yahweh Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai is going to do to him. He wants to do all this to us, but the Lord is going to do it to him. because the right hand is stronger than the left hand. Right here, I'll start at Obadiah, verse 15. For the day of Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. It says the gradual suppression, elimination, and eventual extinction. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them, and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh has spoken it. Okay? So the Lord loves us. You know what? The scriptures just keep popping up. The Lord loves us and hates Esau. So he's going to protect his men, the remnant, the 144,000 elect, and the 1/3. And he's going to destroy his enemies, his adversaries. Okay, this is Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Okay? And it's written in Malachi. So the Lord loves you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, and he hates you Edomites, you so-called white people. Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2. I have loved you, saith Yahweh, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith Yahweh? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Okay? So he loves the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and he hates the so-called white man, which is Esau. So whatever they're thinking to do to us, the Lord is gonna turn it on them. Let's see. In 1939, letter to Dr. C.J. Gamble, Sanger urged him to get over his reluctance to hire a full-time Negro physician, as the colored Negroes can get closer to their own members and more or less lay their cards on the table, which means their ignorance, superstitions, and doubts. And I seen that nowadays with this shot, they're getting what they would call a Negro, because Jake, he don't want to get this shot. He's afraid of it. So they're getting Negro doctors again. It's happening all over again. Like the abortion lobby today, Singer urged Dr. Gamble to enlist the help of spiritual leaders. Yeah, those churches are going to be lining up people for this shot to justify their deadly work, writing, "We do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members." Okay, and there's the devil right there. But I wanted to get this 2 Kings because the Lord has given us commandments, and if we just follow his commandments, we'll be all right. But 2/3 they reject it. This is 2 Kings chapter 17 and verse 12. For they served idols, whereof Yahweh had said unto them, ye shall not do this thing. So they're serving these false idols, and we're supposed to follow. He says, if you love me, to keep my commandments. There's only one power, and his name is Yahweh. Yet Yahweh testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways, and keep my commandments and my statutes, according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, and which I sent to you by my servants the prophets. Notwithstanding, they would not hear, but hardened their necks, like to the neck of their fathers, that did not believe in Yahweh their power, and they rejected his statutes and his covenant that he made with their fathers, and his testimonies which he testified against them. And they followed vanity and became vain, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom Yahweh had charged them that they should not do like them. And these Edomites, they like to get these abortions. I seen one Edomite, she had, I don't know how many, like 18 or 20 abortions. And they left all the commandments of Yahweh their power, and made them molten images, even 2 calves, and made a grove, and worshipped all the host of heaven, and served Baal. And they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire, and used divinations and enchantments, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of Yahweh, to provoke him to anger. All right. And that's what they're basically doing today. They're giving their sons and daughters, in that video early, they stick that needle in their the baby's head, and he could feel it. You're sacrificing your sons and daughters to Esau, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And that spirit of racism continues today, as more than 300 former and current employees of Planned Parenthood said recently in an open letter noting a toxic environment. Planned Parenthood was founded by a racist white woman. That is part of the history that cannot be changed. They observed, writing, that the pattern of systematic racism, pay inequity, and lack of upward mobility for black staff continues. Cultural icon Kanye West has made headlines with his recent statement on Planned Parenthood abortion vendors, which he said have been placed inside cities by white supremacists to do the devil's work. He's right about the locations of the businesses. The vast majority of the abortion vendors have set up shop in minority neighborhoods, which can be seen in the scarce statistics available at the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Though they are only 13% of the female population, African Americans made up 38% of all abortions tracked in 2016. Okay, so the Lord, he says, we belong to him. We don't belong to ourselves, and your children belong to him. So-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the real Hebrew Israelites. So the 2/3 are going to do what the 2/3 are going to do. Esau's going to do what he wants to do, and he wants to kill us. But the Lord is going to kill him. This is Numbers chapter 35 and verse 30. Whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses, but one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, Ye shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death. And if you're putting your child to Esau's hand to put him to death, then you will be put to death by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And ye shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city of his refuge, that he should come again to dwell in the land until the death of the priest. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, Yahweh, dwell among the children of Israel. Okay? So Yahweh loves us. Like I said, the 2/3 are going to do what they want to do. This is just a trying to edify any brothers or sisters out there. With that, I want to say shalom to the elect.